Collier, and today we're doing anti-differentiation to find a constant term, the C value. Okay, so anti-differentiation is basically the opposite of differentiation, so we're basically finding the integrals. Alright, let's look at an example. So here we're given a derivative. Alright, so to find f of x will simply be the integral of that function. Okay, because integrals and derivatives are opposites, so this means that f of x equals 2x plus 1/3, and then we increase the exponent by 1 and divide by that exponent, plus c, and this time we're actually going to be able to find the c. Let me simplify a bit. And then if you have some information, like for example, this curve could be, like here or here, depending on the plus c, but once you have one particular point, we can figure out which of the infinite curves is actually the function f of x. Okay, so we can just substitute in the point to find c. So that's the y value is 3 and the x value is 1. And then we can calculate c, so we subtract 2 from both sides, we get 1 equals 1/6 plus c equals 1 minus 1/6, so c equals 5/6. We technically have not answered the question yet because it says determine the equation of the curve, so I guess we can write y equals 2x plus x squared over 6 plus 5/6. Okay, so that c matters, and we can actually figure out what it is if you're given some conditions like a point. Okay, next one, this is the derivative. So y equals the integral of this function. Okay, so let's do that. This is going to be increase the exponent by 1 and divide by that exponent. Increase the exponent by 1 and divide by it, and don't forget the plus c. So y equals x squared minus 4/3 x cubed plus c. We sub in the point, which is 3, -1. So -1 equals 3 squared minus 4/3 times 3 cubed plus c. And I'm going to write c equals -1 minus 3 squared plus 4/3 3 cubed, and just type that into my calculator. Suppose you can do it without a calculator, but if I have a calculator, why not? -1 minus 3 squared plus 4/3 times 3 to the power of 3. 26, so it is exactly 26. Did we answer the question? The question asks you to write the equation, so write out the equation now. X squared minus 4/3 x cubed plus 26. Okay, let's look at some more context here, contextual questions. The refrigerator's factory's marginal revenue is given as this. Now, marginal revenue actually means the derivative, so this is actually equals to the derivative of the revenue. I think that's the way it works in real life for some reason. So they don't use this derivative notation, they just call it marginal revenue. So the revenue is the integral of t squared minus 80 dt. And to do this, we increase the exponent by 1 and divide by that exponent, and constants become just times t, and then we got a plus c, I mean. Okay, so then we sub in some initial values. This is revenue, so we're gonna have 567,000 equals, and the t is the number of refrigerators, so that's 120. So we have 120 cubed over 3 minus 80 times 120 plus c, so c equals 567,000 minus 120 cubed over 3 plus 80 times 120. Okay, and just type type that into your calculator and you get the C value. Okay, I think everything's typed in correctly and we get 600. So the equation for revenue is 1/3 t cubed minus 80t plus 600. Okay, we'll do one more example. This one here. If you see a product of two functions, you can't really do it the same way we did up here. It has to be plus and minuses between. So we need to just expand the brackets sometimes first. So we're just expanding the brackets, so we get 2x squared plus 2x. Now we can find the integral. Okay, and that becomes, well, we increase the exponent by 1 and then divide by that exponent. We increase this exponent 1, then divide. So that's like 2/3 x cubed plus x squared plus c. I'm going to keep going down here. We're going to sub in the initial values here of 2 and 0. So 0 equals 2/3 times 2 cubed plus 2 squared plus c. C equals negative 2/3 times 2 cubed minus 2 squared. Okay, and just type that into your calculator and you get the C value.